Hello, everybody. I hit the go live button. Okay. First, I just want to turn around and say this isn't going to be your usual stream. This isn't going to be all hyper and massive energy. This is me being me. Not entertainer Rob Raven, not Captain Jack Rob Raven. Just me when the stream's not live, Rob Raven. I'm struggling. Today's the first time in a very long time that I let my demons nearly beat me. And, I'm sorry. It's just been 6 months with my dad's health, and it's just hit me like a truck. So I'm sorry. I know this isn't the stream and you don't want to come in here and see your favorite content creator and be like, oh, I came here for high energy and memes. Instead, I'm just I don't have many people, and it sounds very bizarre, this, considering that I have quite a substantial following. I know a lot of people will come in here, and they'll say, get a grip, and, like, especially, I didn't know if I wanted to go live on TikTok, because I know that TikTok has, very much stuff going, bah, and it's like, is he okay, what's up with him, oh, get a grip, and stuff like this. It's just, today was the first time in a very long time where I just wanted to bury my head in the sand. I've been masking hard these last few weeks. Trying to let you guys see that behind my eyes was a person struggling for air. And watched my dad go through hell. And I'm becoming, I don't know what the word is. Hey, don't worry about it, I'll be fine. If French get back, I'm sending you hugs, man. Yeah, I know that you guys come in here and you come in here for high energy. You come in for nutty, zany, off the wall, off the cuff comedy. But today, I hit a wall and I hit it hard. And I was just like, what am I doing? I took a big game about mental health. I took a big game that you should talk about where you're at. And I've not been talking about where I'm at. I've been going through the motions. I've been hitting a wall. Thank you for the subs and thank you for the hearts. Bro, Boys Cry 2, definitely speak your mind. I feel like I'm failing you. I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like I'm failing you guys a lot at the minute. I was.
Someone to center galaxy! Beverly!
I'm just gonna turn the sound notifications off because I know that's like. Thank you very much for the gift. I truly appreciate the galaxy there, the boo. I honestly thank you. Who hurt Rob? No one's hurt me. No one's hurt me. Life is just got a little bit too fecking much right now. I think since learning that I was on the spectrum, it's opened up a lot of doors that I didn't even know I needed to open up in myself. And to be in a situation now where every month this year, my dad has been in hospital for different reasons. I've seen my dad in agony, in tears, and I've had to turn around and say, I know it's not easy, but I'm here, give me a shout. Turn the other way. Go downstairs. Get ready, it's Jack. Oh, I'm watching my hero slowly fade in front of my eyes. And I see chat streaming with nothing but love. And I wish I could put you all in one place and actually have you there in person, because yeah, I see it and I'm reading it and I feel what you're saying. It's just I feel like I'm facing the world on my own at the minute, and I'm trying to give my direction to 200 places, and I'm trying to give 100% to each place, and I feel like I'm failing. I feel like I'm failing you guys. I feel like I'm failing like the family. You know, I'm not as consistent as I know I should be. I know I should be as consistent. I run my own agency, and I tell people to be consistent. And every area I'm trying to get consistent in my life, I feel like grains of sand is just slipping through my hands. Oh my god, why am I emotional? No, sorry, Liz. It's just a bubble pop today. I sat here for half an hour looking at the screen and going, don't click live, you won't be able to hack it. And I know people struggle with that. We're all here, Rob, even if you can't see us, I know. And I didn't want to come live for it to be, oh, why don't you call me? Because you've got your own stuff going on. Everyone who I use, my close friends, I always try to make sure that they feel that I'm okay, and that I will always go out my way to make sure everyone else is okay above myself. I know that sounds really bizarre. Oh, don't worry about the rambling, man. Little steps. I know, but I guess what I'm turning around and saying is, at the minute I'm feeling Lizzie. You are the best.
I love you.
What platforms alive the agency, which is first priority? And I know that I'm not looking after myself. I'm burning myself out.
Someone to send a galaxy.
I forget to turn them off. Give me a second. There we go. Thank you so much. It isn't about coming live and going, oh, he's crying. I came live for transparency for you guys. I came live because I would rather face my demons not on my own today, but as the community that I know that I have put my heart and my soul into for the last 6-7 years. And I know that you guys come out of the woodwork, and I know that you guys come into my streams for your own escapisms, for your own way to escape the world and the problems that are there. And for the first time in a very, very long time, I'm raising my hand up and I'm turning around and saying, I need you guys. Because outside of my dad, who I see in so much pain and I can't do anything about it, and I just want him to be alright. But the truth is my dad's 81 years old. And he will always be a mountain of a man. And every fiber of me right now is screaming, take time off. And then I've got two versions of me. I've got Rob and I've got Rob Raven. And Rob at the minute is going, take time off, breathe. Everything will be all right. No one's going to disappear. No one's going to forget about you, but you need time to heal. You need time to understand. And that's Rob. And then I turn and I look and I meet Rob Raven. The guy who's the creator, the guy who's the high energy, the guy who's looking out for everybody to give someone else another mental space where they feel happy, where they feel energized, where they feel that they can, you know, get out of their own heads through the silly shenanigans that I put out in the world. And I don't claim to be someone who's there to like be blessed and help someone and stuff like that. I'm just someone else who knows what life can feel like to be on the opposite side of that feeling of dread and that feeling of hurt. I've been there and I'm there right now, you know? And I'm looking at like both chats. I've got TikTok with like this one about like, this is what I don't understand with TikTok is, you know, at the minute I've got like 500 people in and I'm like, what the fuck? I don't want the exposure. I want people to just understand that I'm trying. I'm sorry that I get shit wrong. I'm sorry that my consistency is all over the place right now, but I'm trying. I really am. I'm trying to be in every area as much as I can. And I'm trying to touch base on everything. But when I've talked to Rob and I turn and I meet Rob Raven, Rob Raven's going, yeah, but if you drop the ball, then the earnings stop. The earnings stop, it could spiral. If it spirals, you could lose everything. You could lose everything that you've tried to build. You could, you know, like, if you take a month off, will people come back after a month? Will people return to you? Or, like, you know, like, you know as well as anybody that the way the world is that if someone drops off, the likelihood is that they might go somewhere else. And that's what I'm almost in contention with, and I'm in a fight between myself that I'm fighting that I want to be here and I fight every day to go live, to want to be here with you. But at the minute, I'm burning out so much. And thank you so much for everyone who's coming in and saying such wonderful things. I talk a big game about facing demons head on and, you know, having, like, turning around and saying, hey, it's okay to not be okay. I know that I've built such an amazing community, and I know that these voices of me turning around and saying that people will just disappear are stupid, and I know that you'd be here if I took time off. But I'm scared that if I take the time off, I don't know when I'll be coming back. Because I need time to breathe. You know? I have a horrible tendency to have my own struggles. And I understand so much what you're saying. Burnout, I tend to hypocrite and say these things and reach out. But you're struggling, lower your guard and let the fans. I know that there's creators out there who understand the meaning of burnout, and you want to push through it. It gets harder and harder to hit that like go live button. I've met some incredible people on this journey of content creation, and recently I've been hitting like the low moods, and I'm like, I need to chill. I need to breathe a little. And you know, I started the intentions of the agency with the want to help other people, and I've not been able to get what the agency deserves. Like, I've not been able to give what the stream deserves. My streaming times have been erratic. Day off here, odd day off there, a weekend, a long weekend here, a week off there, back in, a week off, and the voice inside my head is screaming, you deserve better at the minute. If that makes sense. I think with trying to do so much and trying to aspire for so much and juggle so much, I'm often finding myself falling short on every area that I'm trying to hit out. And I hope that I'm not failing you guys. That's my major worry in all of this. Thank you, Hannah. I feel like the weight of the world's just got off my shoulders, but at the same time, I feel like I've let myself open up when I'm always the one who's resolute. Thank you, Nanny. Don't push through burnout. Better to open up and bottle it up. I'm better now that I sat here for nearly an hour just staring at the screen, at the go live button and going. And last night was the first time that I've gamed with friends and it hit a chord within myself. I've been gaming for content creation, and gaming for me was more than that. It was always something more. It was always a place of escapism. And it's like when you do what you enjoy for a living, sometimes you lose a little bit of that along the way. And I think it's a mix between that, everything that's been going on with my dad, you know, we had the health scares with, you know, with Ember and you know, and then we've had the new pup, and a new pup isn't an easy thing to deal with as well. As much as I love Sage, the yaps and the silly early mornings, and it's just got to the point where I'm just got so much going on. I've got lack of sleep, and I just don't find a way to balance it at the minute. Gotta balance the child. But thank you so much for understanding, guys. Without Rob, there's no Rob Raven. Without Rob Raven, there is still Rob. You know that you need to look after your number one. Nothing else will fall into place. Thank you, everybody. Yep, that Bilbo Baggins line, it hits hard. I feel thin, sort of stretched like the butter scraped over too much bread. That's exactly where I'm at. I'm sorry if you've come in, and I'm sorry I'm covered in gunk and tears, but the bubble popped for me, and despite knowing that it was gonna pop, I decided that I was gonna go live and let you guys not have just a facade and a face of Rob Raven that you guys see as this high energy and everything. You got, what I like to think that what you get with me is you get everything. You get the good, you get the bad. I show you that it's okay to be human, and that like a content creator is a human being. They're not just these floating people, you know. Stop apologizing. I know. Oh god, I felt like I had the weight of the world on my shoulders looking at the go live button today. But what I will turn around and say is I know that I've not been able to read much of chat today. It's flying around at 1,000 miles an hour. But if you want to send me a message, please feel free to do so. If you want to send me a DM on TikTok, I don't know if I'll respond because it might be a lot. But just know that I will read them. And, you know, even if it's a case of I think you should just man up and carry on, that's, you know, that's fine. You know, I'm just trying my best at the minute. And I like to think that you guys, you know, I've helped you guys a lot, I hope, through what you've been through. And this time I'm saying, hey, I could use a bit of that energy. T, bro. Made me feel less alone sharing your story. It's been rough this last 6 months. Real rough. It was hard last year, and I opened up and said it was a hard year last year, and now I was like, hopefully this year was going to be the year where, you know, we're going to get edits going out, and, you know, we're going to focus and, like, put a focus on the agency and really help with the agency. And it's just been one, not a small hit, it's been one massive hit after another. And I know it's my dad that's going through it, and I'm there helping him go through it, but I've watched my dad seemingly just be hit and hit and hit and hit and hit. Rob needs some music healing, and was last time you picked up your axe and strummed it? A long while ago. You saved my brother's life. What? Simon, really? I'm not here often, but thank you for the transparency, because as a creator, we rarely see this side, that it's okay not to be okay. And I hope you focus on yourself. We're human. We are human creators. Anyone who's like a streamer, we are human, you know. We try to always put on a brave face, you know, like when we sit on, you always get the best variant of ourselves. You always get, like, it doesn't matter if we've had an argument, it doesn't matter if like you know, someone's come out of the woodwork and something bad's happened. We sit down and we put it on the back burner, and we put it on the back burner because as much as you find us as creators your safe space, it's vice versa. We feel very much when we're in the company of our viewers, our followers, that you help on a level that instead of going to the doctors and asking for X, Y, and Z, being able to come in here. And I wished I'd done this sooner and been more transparent with you guys, because I've always been terrified that if I open up that you go, oh my god, this is not what I signed up for, unfollow. But we're human beings, you know. Do we get everything right? No. Do we try as a creator to try and hit all the boxes and also make a living? You know, yes we do. Yeah, you know, like what's the dream of every creator? To get so successful that maybe life just becomes a bit easier, you know. It's scary when thinking that I agree. You know, you did depression, you found your lives, and you got happiness. Oh my gosh, Simon. Our communities are our escape. You're our family. I don't have a massive family. You guys must come into this live stream and go, God, Rob, you're so funny and witty. I don't know if you think that. I'm just ad-libbing what you might think and feel because you guys come in here and watch my content, you know? And you come in for that energy and like as much as you get that feeling of, oh yeah, you know, like for us when you come in, I know what I was just saying there was like I have thousands of followers, but I only have a handful of friends. So when I come in and I open up, yeah, I'm opening up to vulnerability. I'm opening up to comments that people could be like, bah. And granted, I don't have a lot of friends and I don't have a lot of family, but my community is that. And to open up and be brave and psyched to turn around and go live and say, hey, I'm fucking not in a good spot here. And not just open up to one person, I'm opening up to everybody here and just saying, hey, I'm not great here. I'm not in a good spot. I'm not sleeping and it's snowballing and it feels like I just can't grasp any vine or any rope just to stop me from slipping at the minute. Cheers to being the second family. You guys are amazing. And 3 hours leaving, tossing a turn, yeah. But I know that there's some partners in my chat here, like Twitch partners, and they know the grind. They know the grind, you know. They know looking at the screen and the text and, you know, the love that comes from the community is amazing and it fills the soul. But I'm gonna level with you guys now. That some days when we're masking and we're masking hard and we're trying to be that high entertainer that you love and that vibrancy and that colorful aspect, that when we like say goodbye at the end of the stream and we turn it off, it's almost like it goes to this. And it's one guy in a room. I know sometimes we just wish that that experience from chat could carry on outside of it. Yeah. I'm good. I'm feeling a lot better now that you guys have come out and like done what you guys do best, and you've wrapped your arms around me and gone, hey, don't worry about it. You know? I know, Em. I know. It's hard talking about helps. I know, and I talk a big game about mental health, and that's why I'm fucking really annoyed with myself that I've talked such a big game about mental health and how I champion it, that you should be okay to not be okay, and you should speak out and be, like, you know, and open up about where you're at. And I've not been doing. I've been, yeah, I'm this, bang, 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 let's high energy, like putting it on the back burner, and then as soon as the live stream ends, it's bang, it's hitting me right in the face like some colossal beast, just staring and going, I'm not going away. You know? Like, I'm not going away, I'm here, and I'm still gonna be here. It's Chrissy in chat, bless her. Oh. You give us so much, we'll forever be here. Anything for you guys. I just need time to breathe. I think I just need time to breathe, reassess. And I'm not disappearing from content creation space. I'm just needing a bit of a pocket of air. I need to just detox, you know. And I think a lot of us content creators, how we, and this sounds, you guys will probably agree with this. And this goes for some of the content creators who are in chat, like Chrissy. I know Chrissy's been through run-ins and she knows what I'm talking about. And like I've got Dree over here as well. And when I turn around and say that when we're streaming and that silence stops, we almost go like out of our way to try and find it again. So we'll be on our phones and we'll be scrolling, and then you look and it's been 10 minutes, you look again, it's been 3 hours, and it's a distraction till we can get back in the saddle to then stream again. But it's burning the candle at both ends, if that makes sense. I've been doom scrolling a hell of a lot recently, and I'm like, whoa, like what is going on? This ain't healthy, like, you know. So I just wanted to go live today, not as a high energy content creator, but as a friend. And I needed my friends. And once again, you've shown me time and time again that I'm worrying for nothing, that it's okay for me to take time off. It's okay to give my head a bit of a reassessment. You know? But yeah, I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna try and get my ducks in a row. Have a bit of a breather. You're not thinking of your friends. You guys are just amazing, and you know I love you to bits. I absolutely love you to bits. I came online instead of putting a Discord message on or putting out on the bulletin post. I've come here and I've chose to face my demons head on with you guys beside me, rather than sitting alone and just being alone in my own head. And I encourage you to do the same. If you are struggling, open up, because I feel like a weight's massively lifted. I don't know how many days I'm going to take off. Please wait up for me. I will be back. I just need a breathing space. I just need a little bit of a few days just to get myself in a good place again. You know? We'll wait up always. I'll let my husband know I adore you. You guys are all amazing, and I love you fucking from the bottom of my heart. From the tiniest part of my big toe all the way up to the hair on my head. You guys are what I've been aspiring for since I was a child. I've always loved the idea of making people smile and making people escape whatever insecurities, whatever problems are at your door. When I grew up, for that person was Robin Williams, and I know I don't shine a light anywhere near the size that man did, but I take what I can from what I learned from him, and I've that's what made me into the content creator, is to help people have a smile, to help people just get away from it. But what do you do when you're the one who needs to get away from it just to recharge? Righty, guys. I know I've seen a few familiar phrases come in. I know Chrissy's popped in, bless her. I'll probably get a message from some people. Robin Williams, oh my god, what an incredible role model. He was my role model. In a world that seemed upside down all the time, like, I never really opened up about my past, because to a lot of people, it could be seen as a sad story to tell. And it's not a sad story, it's my story. I'm proud of my story. I'm proud of where I am and where I've come from. You know? Was my family broken? Yeah, but it was my family that, you know, at the end of the day. I don't mind sharing with you before I hop off, but one of the reasons why I'm such a big thing towards mental health is when I was 18 months old, my mum had a brain hemorrhage. She nearly lost her life. She was told, and I quote, by the doctors to my father, that she would not be the person that she would be ever again. She would be very much, and I quote, a cabbage. I watched my dad, from 18 months old, he'd married into a family with 2 girls that my mum already had. Shivy, read the room, dude. Read the room, my guy. And my dad came and showed me, like, as I grew up, I watched him juggle a full-time job. My mum had her own business. She had her own school, like, of driving and what have you. And she was the breadwinner. She was the industrialist. She was the powerhouse. She was the mind that saw things from different objectives. She used to be a full-time nurse, you know, and she was a grafter. And my dad turned around when he heard that sentence, that his wife was going to be a cabbage. He looked them dead in the eye and said, "Fuck you. I'll prove you wrong." Now, granted, did my dad get everything right? No. You know? But to fill those kind of boots is insane. For 15 years, he started, like, rebuilding her. Like, whether it was learning to walk, learning to talk, toilet, you name it. And he rebuilt my mum with pieces of himself. And as I grew up, I watched my man, that is my dad, become a mountain. And I also saw that mountain bend and break many times. I watched my dad many times through the door, crying on a glass table, just trying to get by. So, the reason why it's hitting me so hard right now is my dad's my hero. A lesser man would have walked away. He would have took his son and gone, "I didn't sign up for this," and walked away. But my dad turned around and spat in adversity's eye and went, through better, through worse, through sickness and health. And he fought hammer and nail every which way. And at the end, unfortunately, my dad gave that much of himself away that my mum ended up leaving him. And it's a sad story. It really is. But it's my story and my dad's story. You know? And he will never change the person that he is. And I will never change the person that I am. So when it comes to mental health, it's very important for me. And I saw my dad go through so much stuff. I saw my mum being rebuilt and, like, everything that they had to accomplish. I became very defensive as my mum, as a child. People bumping into her when she weren't well, I have a right go at. But I found solace in, like, because my dad couldn't be there because he was juggling everything. He was there when I needed him, but I understood the situation very early on, very wired up, and now knowing that I was on the spectrum, it kind of makes sense why I have very clear memories of that age, but also understanding what was going on at the time. And I understood that my dad didn't need a kid that was being annoying. He needed a kid that was understanding, that could find ways to, like, make it not hard. So I found escapism through gaming. I found escapism through watching films. And my favorite films were very much what, like, Robin Williams in, or Jim Carrey, or, you know. So when I started like growing into the person that I was going to be, I started asking myself, what did I want to be? What did I want to be in terms of a person? And I was like, I want to be like my dad, but I also want to chase a dream that no one has to be in that position that my dad was in alone. And then when I found out that Robin Williams lost his battle to the darkest side of depression, it was a massive hit, because it was a case of, that was my mentor. That was my guy who I was like, he got me through the darkest times. So that's when I made the decision. I wanted to get into content creation in one way or another, to put people's smiles back on their faces, to be that zany, nutty impressionist, to be the guy who creates quick wit humor, and, you know, bring my elements as a gamer as well to it as well. And that's kind of my story. And I wanted to open up to you because you deserve to know not just Rob Raven. You also deserve to know Rob, the guy behind it, the guy who's lived and breathed probably way too... Like, they turn around and say that in life, a few buckets of rain should fall. In mine and Dad's life, it should have been... At this point, I think we're up to swimming pool standards, if not a freaking small ocean. But it doesn't change the people that we are. We don't let that pain change us. We don't let it define us. We turn around and say, we understand that. We understand that pain is there. Kazi, you diamond, I love you. And honestly, thank you, Gregory. Thank you, Kryptonite. Thank you, Haley. The subs and everything. This isn't what I'm opening up about. And I'm just here to just give a bit of understanding. And I'm going to hop off and unwind. And we made the decision, both me and my dad. My dad had a horrible upbringing with his father. He came back from the war and it had twisted him. And he hit the bottle hard and he was very aggressive. Let's just lay it out on that. And yeah, I saw my dad choose not to be that person. And then with all the pain that went through with me growing up and seeing what my mum and dad were going through, I made the same decision that I wasn't going to let my sad story, which isn't a sad story, it's just my history, define who I am. I made a decision there and then that instead of choosing to be bitter at the cards that we were dealt, I was going to turn it around and try and put more light in the world, because I know what it's like to be in the situation of a lot of stress. So thank you so much for allowing me to come here today and talk. Not as Captain Jack, not as Rob Raven, but as Rob. A guy who's got bumps and bangs, scars and scrapes. I'm just like one of you. I'm just like one of you guys. And I'm here just to let you know that at the minute I'm struggling. Warts and all. Your laugh makes me smile. Your story gives us strength. Rob is human too, and you can take and you can't take all the weight. It's just become too much. Watching, as I just explained to you with my dad and that story. It's not a story, it's my history. Imagine you're seeing that man who moved Mount Everest in your mind. You know? And carried on afterwards, after it kind of flipped away and Mum and Dad's marriage fell apart. He kept on going, looking after his son. And kept on going, and kept on going. And now, my dad, who's my mountain, is in the last 6 months not taken one hit, but several. And I can't do anything except be there. I'm just keep asking myself, when's my dad gonna get a break? And, you know, I try to keep up the streaming, try to keep up with the agency, try to keep up with being a good husband, a good dog owner. Make sure everything like keeps on tickety-booing, doing all the stuff around the house. Making sure my dad gets to every appointment. But I'm wobbling a bit. Alright. I don't want to keep going around in circles because I'm not here to sap it out. I'm here just to explain that I love every single one of the people who decides to click follow, who decides to get involved with the streams. So, I'm burnt out. I'm tired. I'm not sleeping. That's great, managers. You need to look after yourself. I know. DMs are always open here as well. Absolutely. Getting in the Discord, guys. Get in the Discords. Drop me an ad. You know, that goes for you, Callie, as well. Oh, man. Eat, sleep, stay hydrated. I'm trying. There's days I even forget to eat. And that goes for you as well, Dre. GG. You sent me so much confidence on my mental health. GG. My confidence is from the building grounds that you give me. When I go live and you come in and you watch and you have fun and you tell me that I've managed to get you away from your problems for the day. You tell me that, you know, you have a setting on Discord that won't allow people to add you. Give me a second, guys. I don't even know. Is that the case? Give me a sec. I don't even know how to turn that off. Is it under privacy? Feel free to put it in Gen Chat. Or, you know, and I'll catch up in Gen Chat on Discord. If you want to send me, a message on TikTok. Do you know what's one of my favorites? I don't know if any of the other creators who are in here, it's lovely to receive an offline message. I know it sounds daft, but it really is. Some messages really feed the soul. Out of nowhere, I'll get a message, and it'll be out of the blue, and it'll be a case of, hey, I lurk in your chat. I just want to turn around and say you've helped me with X, Y, and Z. And sometimes we don't reply because the message is enough to feed our souls. Does that make sense? Settings, content and social. Under social perms. I can't see it. Under social permissions. Allow access from other server members. There you go. Message request. There we go. I think it's all on. Make a Discord support emotional channel. Yeah, that's fair. Can I message you someone? Yeah, I'm just going through the motions, guys, and I'm gonna hop off in a sec because I don't want to feel like I'm overstaying my welcome here. But I honestly, it's always nice to hear from you. It's always great to, you know. Well, thank you for allowing me to come here today and just not be judged, but accepted and understood. You never overstay your welcome. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Dis. Oh, man. Join Discord too. Thank you, guys. I'm alright. It was a bubble popping today. I've been juggling quite a lot recently, and it's just popped. It's just popped in a big way, and every part of me, like, body is just telling me I need a breather. But I keep putting. Do you know what the most weirdest thing is? And I don't know if this stems to other people who are in content creation. You go, right, okay, you take a week off, and maybe for me, the weeks off that I've taken, every time I've taken a week off, sadly something's gone wrong with Dad's health this last 6 months. Or I've had to take time off for mental health, and then I return, and then, you know, it's not felt like actual time off. If that makes sense. I don't know if it does. Mully, thank you very, very much. You're very kind, thank you. But yeah, like, you go, right, well, I took a week off. I can't, and this is my mentality. I don't know if any other people are the same. I take a week off and I go, right, well, I can't take another week off now for at least 6 weeks. You know, because I try to operate it on the sense that that makes regularity for you. That's ADHD. Right, guys. I don't want to, like I don't know, you'll tell me off for saying overstaying my welcome, and you've said it's my stream, I can stay as long as I like. But thank you for allowing me to come on and just say that I'm not doing well. And hopefully now, rather than just a Discord message and an at everyone, which seems very hiding behind a cloak, I wanted to face today with you guys together and just say, hey, I'm going to take some time. But thank you so much. I'm going to spend some time with Dad today, watch some TV with him, and then I'm probably going to take the weekend and gauge it from there, you know. I'm going to gauge it from there. These are Discord messages. And I will be back. Keep a sharp eye on my socials. It might be a week. It might be less. It might be more than a week. I don't know. I just know at the minute that I need some breathing space. All right. And thank you so much. Okie doke. I'll catch you guys soon. Please don't worry about us. Look after yourself. I do worry about you guys, you know? Take care, guys, and thank you very much. I don't think I actually saw today on both chats. I don't even think I saw anyone remotely being nasty about opening up, which to me, that says the world's healing. So thank you. Take care. If not texting these messages, let me know. No worries. Take care, guys, and love you all massively. And thank you for understanding.